Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here on the crew. It's been a little while since I've played these games, but there was a new DLC. I think it was Speed something DLC. Some new cars for me to play with. And we start with a Mercedes C-Class. It was a C-Class to begin with. It's now a DTM car. Yes, this is in circuit spec. It's basically, in fact, it even calls it a touring car, I think. Where is it gone? Mobile garage. There we go, Mercedes AMG. It probably calls it a touring car. So yes, I've got a DTM car. DTM cars are very fast. Will this be quick up the Pikes Peak course? I'm not entirely sure. I'm thinking it could be pretty good though. I'm remembering where I'm going. Here we go. Information on the car. A lot of power in this thing. 775 horsepower, 600, just over 600 torques. Weight, it's a little heavy than perhaps, I'm kind of used to Forza measurements for weights of racing vehicles. I don't know, it seems a little bit heavy, but that could be quite useful on a course such as this that we're going to be driving down. I mean, it's bumpy, it's certainly bumpy in places. So yeah, maybe a little bit more weight can sometimes be slightly advantageous. We shouldn't have too many problems with wheel spin with this being a proper race car, slick tyres and everything. The ride height could be an issue though. To be fair, normally when the car looks ludicrously low it's fine, and when the car looks fine it scrapes the entire way up the course. Most occasions, a couple of exceptions to that. The McLaren was low, scraped the whole way. Yeah, this could have problems. I have no idea. The wing is not quite as almighty as some of the ones I've seen. Well, I say it's not. DTM cars have fairly crazy wings to begin with, so it doesn't look out of place particularly on this car. Yeah, we are going to have a go. I had a few practice runs up here, so I do just about remember where I'm going. On the course, as per normal, I'm not going to be using any nitro for this run. It's just going to be about the car. Right, Mercedes. Let's see how you do. I've got to remember my gear shifts on this game. Every bloody game, different gearboxes. I could change it on here, but I was lazy. I've just thought of that now. But never mind. I will get used to it. Okay, initial couple of corners. Well, the first bit felt good. The second bit, it kind of gave up on me a little bit. I was expecting the little I was expecting the rev counter on the dash to go all the way to the end of it, not to just sort of stop halfway up and get bored. Man, I would think you would redo the rev. Never mind. Okay, so we were buzzing in the limiter for a little while there. This car's nice. I'm already liking the Mercedes. We haven't scraped the front up at all. There's not sparks billowing, even through that really bad corner. There are not sparks billowing from this car. I'm being pretty crazy with the throttle here, and it is just going. I may have downshifted one too many times there. Whoa, there is just a little bit of oversteer. There's a little bit of wheel spin there as well. Okay, grip is pretty good in this car. Grip is pretty good. I mean, I can play it a little bit risky across. I have again, I'm getting confused by this stupid that rev counter is really irritating me. Now I've noticed it, because that's the first thing that I kind of catch out of corner of my eye when I'm driving. Yeah, that's really irritating. Somebody's ordered by the police. Yeah, on the most part, this has got some nice grip. I don't think it quite has the same bonkers acceleration as some of the circuit cars, such as the Mini. I mean, the Mini is ludicrous. Ooh, okay, I got that one a little bit wrong through there. It's okay. Yeah, I don't think it's quite got the same bonkers acceleration. It's just heavier. But it has got good traction on the most part. Yeah, it's when it's sliding, it's not. Oh, that did not like that. Okay, there was a bump on the inside that it didn't like. It's not sort of drifting its way around the corners. It's not on power oversteer that we have a real problem with in this car. Whoa, it is flying now, 167. Yeah, it is pretty damn quick across that bump there. It's not sort of on power oversteer that's the problem. It's just if you chuck it into a corner too fast, the back end will slide around. Don't drive into the pickup truck. That would be quite bad. Yeah, I'm liking this. Pretty damn easy to drive, I have to say, across the line for the Mercedes. Yeah, nice car, actually. Nice car. It will slide a little bit, which is not particularly to my taste. But on the most part, very good. Maybe not quite as grippy as the Ford GT that went up here. Still not bad, though. Not bad at all from the from the big DTM car. I think it's got to be one of the fastest we've had coming up towards that jump. I mean, 160 is the sort of the normal mark. This was almost getting 170. Yeah, damn fast car, this one. I do quite like it. Up next, we have got the fantastic little Alfa Romeo 4C. I absolutely loved this car on Horizon 2. Looking forward to driving it on here. This one is in performance spec, so challenge the Mercedes is unlikely up this course, but it could still go fast and it could still throw up a few surprises on here. Yeah, it's not quite as ludicrous on the body kit. You couldn't even have a particularly silly wing, could we? Look at that, it's kind of sensible, really. For the crew, anyway, that's quite sensible. As far as the specifications go on the car, well, we only have 300 horsepower, just over 300 torques as well, but we don't weigh very much. It's one of the lightest cars I think I've had on this game. It may even be the lightest. I'm trying to think if there's anything lighter than this. Probably not. It's almost half the, well, not quite half, but it's getting on for half the weight of the Mercedes. Yeah, the Alfa 4C is very light, very light and good power. This could be very quick. It could well be the fastest performance spec vehicle we had. It wouldn't surprise me if it did. Possible problems, well, being very light and the course being quite bumpy, that could throw the car about a fair bit. I also love how I'm steering right and the car is wiggling. It's wiggling. It's so excited it wants to go. That's what it is. It really, really, really wants to show off. Okay, go on then, Alfa. We will... We will get ready to go with this car. Yeah, bumps I foresee could be a problem. Scraping on the ground, we are quite low. Occasionally, I think it's a 458, the Ferrari really struggled on this course. We could see maybe problems. I don't think we will, though. Unlikely with a performance vehicle. Yeah, I think this could be quick. Again, I think this could be mighty fast. Running up the hill. Okay, Alfa. Let's see what you can do on this course. We had a crunch at the start, but that's sort of to be expected. I'm hoping for good grip. I'm hoping for lively handling, as you would expect from a little lightweight Italian sports car. First couple of corners. How are we? Yes, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's pretty much as good as I expected it. This has an awful lot of grip going through there. Yeah, that was a lot of speed we took. We're still carrying a lot of speed through here. I'm scared I'm going to do something stupid with this car. Okay, yeah, this may be my new favourite car. The Fiat 500. Was that Fiat performance spec? I think it probably was. That was ludicrous fun up here because it had just so much grip. It was four-wheel drive? I'm assuming it probably was. This will be rear-wheel drive, but there is just miles and miles of grip. I don't even think it's slid once around here, and I'm being a real moron. There we go. You can just get it slide when you try and carry all of the speed into a corner. You do just about get the thing to slide a little bit. Yeah, I like this car. I really do like this car. I mean, even then, when I was carrying too much speed, really, it grips. There's just understeer when you're being a fool, which is how I like a car to drive. I don't want the back end wiggling around at all times because there's some deer who just jumped off a cliff. Never mind. I don't like the back end of a car wiggling around all the time. I'd rather have a car that when you're an absolute moron starts understeering, because then you can bring it back much easier and you lose a lot less time. And that seems to be the way this Alfa drives. It's, yeah, look at that. That's quite a lot of speed carried through there. The problem with that corner is because it's so bumpy. I would love to carry more speed through that corner. I just daren't because it's so bumpy, and with little lightweight cars, it does kind of chuck them about a fair bit. Brakes are good. Again, you would expect the brakes to be good when the car is this light. How is the straight line speed? Now, the downside of having a lack of power, even if it is quite or as light as this thing, straight line speed can struggle a little bit, and we are not. It's not bad 150 for a performance vehicle, but it's not as quick as some. Certainly, I think I had a Focus that was doing sort of 160. It's a little bit down on straight line speed. I think it's made up for it through the corners, though. Fantastic little car through the corners. It's it's all as much fun as it was in Horizon 2. Okay, slightly different handling physics. Oh, it didn't like that corner. Across the line for the Alfa, and the back end was going a little bit light there. Yeah, it's every bit as fun. Small, lightweight sports car with okay power. I mean, I would like a few hundred more horsepower in this car, but that's still pretty damn quick. 150 towards that jump is certainly not too shabby, and it's so fast through the corners. It really, really carries some corner speed. The bumps do throw it off a little bit. Can't quite carry as much speed as I would like because of the bumps, which is kind of what I expected from this car. Yep, 4C is very good fun. Very much like this car. Highly recommendation. I don't know how quick it's gone yet, but highly recommendation on this vehicle just for the fun of it. And our final vehicle for today, it is the Seline S7, a supercar that I very much like, and I think it kind of gets a little bit overlooked, maybe even a little bit forgotten at times. The S7 is a very, very good car. This is the S7R. It's in circuit spec, as you can see. It's pretty much the GT3. Well, I think it is the GT3 race car. Look, you can see all the exhausts and everything through the back. There's some pretty cool detailing on some of the cars. Yes, the rear diffuser is interesting. It looks very much like it's just bolted on to a normal Saleen, more so than normal on racing cars anyway. Yeah, the S7 race car, I believe, was very quick and quite successful. If I've remembered correctly, I think these things were damn fast. I'm expecting good things from this vehicle. I mean, we do have a table for a rear wing. Look at that. It is a massive rear wing on these. Yeah, I do like the S7. It's a very nice car. Certainly on Forza 4, this thing was damn fast. Very, very good car. The Forza 5 is pretty damn quick as well. As far as the specifications go, 766 horsepower, 725 torques, and 2,400 pounds. More power, more torque, less weight than the Mercedes. I think this thing stands a really good chance of going fastest, if it's controllable. If this thing is as good to drive as it has, shall we say, potential to be, this could be the quickest car up this course. If it is a pain in the arse to drive, then we could have some problems, because it's going to be going very quickly when things go wrong. That's my fear with this car. I mean, the ride height is, well, I mean, it's a circuit car. The ride height is low. The overhangs are quite large on this car as well. The bumps could really cause problems. This is probably the car that has the biggest fear of the bumps in. This does look like it could be bad. And if we start sliding around, we're going to lose we could lose quite a bit of time. I'm expecting quick things. I am expecting quick things from this car. And now I've said I'm expecting it to go quick. It'll be terrible. That's just how FailRace works. Okay. Right. Here we go. Do we have... No, we've still got this stupid rev counter. Oh, for God's sake. I will try and remember gears. God dear, it really does... Does it look extra steep, this first section? I don't know. Okay. Right then, Saleen, time to go. Let's see how you do on the course. Well, we've scraped the front a little bit on the opening, but that's not too much of a concern yet. How much grip have we got through the corners? Oh no, the front splitter is just it's just scraped the entire way around 2 corners. Oh, that's bad. We've got real problems in the Saleen. There are massive problems in the Saleen. I couldn't actually turn that corner because the front... Yeah, we've got huge issues in this car. I couldn't turn a corner because the front was just scraping and the car was being dragged wide. Oh, there was some oversteer in there as well. Front is going to get caught all the way down there. Oh no, Saleen, you could have been so quick. Oh, don't do that either. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. There's a little bit of a slide as well. There are the poor front splitter. There's not going to be much left of the front of this car. Oh no, I had such high hopes for you. Yeah, the front is just too low. I think it's probably one of the worst cars. But it is just scraped the entire way up. I have my sound turned a fair bit down on my computer at the moment, and all I can hear is scraping. We get so much understeer because the front is just dragging along the floor and pulling us around. I'm not looking forward to the jump, I'll be honest. Landing on that. Oh, okay, we got around that corner okay. We got around that corner without being dragged about, which is good. It's progress at least. Is it this one that's horrible? Yeah, oh, don't clip the inside. We're up on 2 wheels. We're up on 2 wheels again. We're across the across the van. Get the foot down, though. Get the foot down in that one. Yeah, I just couldn't get the car off the bloody side of the road. Brakes, jump on the brakes and the front scrapes the floor. No, I can't turn through the corner because the front's scraping. Oh, such a shame. This car had so much potential, and on a smooth racetrack I have no doubt this thing would be monstrous. Look at the speed we are getting down here. This is by far the fastest thing we have ever had in a straight line, but I can't carry any speed through the corners because the front just drags its way across the track and you just lose all steering when it's doing that. Yeah, that is a bit of a shame from the from the Saleen. Oh no, I can't turn. I can't turn. Well, we're going to cross the line. We're going to climb a rock because I ran out of steering. We did cross the line somewhere in there. Good God, this thing is bad to drive on the Pikes because it's just unusable. Corners that are easily flat out in everything. This just drags its way out. Look at. Yeah, that is a problem. The Saleen is too low. The Saleen is just too low. I have no doubt that this is probably one of the quickest circuit cars. Oh, we'll pull back here. There. I have no doubt this is one of the quickest circuit cars around a flat track. I mean, this was doing 171 before we even got to the corner before the jump. That's how fast this car is. The problem is, the minute there is a bump, the minute we go near a bump, I mean, they're not, okay, it is a little bit of a rough road here, but this is still tarmac road. The front just scrapes itself to hell, and then you lose all steering. I've had that happen a couple of times with cars with small issues. I think the McLaren was quite bad. Never had anything as bad as this, because you just run out of turning, and there is nothing you can do about it in this. Oh, well, there we go. Saleen, rather difficult and slightly scary to drive up this Pikes Peak course. And on to the times. Well, we have some surprises for you this week. The Mercedes C63 AMG touring car goes into third, 224.2. Doesn't quite have the acceleration of the Mini or the handling of the Ford GT, but that's still a fast time. It beat the Viper. The Viper that led for so many weeks is now outside of the top three. Yeah, Mercedes is a good car. It's a good all-round car. A fairly easy one to drive as well. The Seline S7, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, is in 6th, a 226.0. The car that, well, let's face it, it crashed across the finish line. It was horrible to drive the entire way up. We understeered off the track at all sorts of places. Still set a respectable time. That thing is a monster. I have no doubt on a proper circuit with a nice smooth track, that thing is stupid fast. It's got to be one of the quickest circuit cars. It was quite nice to drive on the grip front when it wasn't scraping the front, but it was very hard to tell on that course. Yeah, the Seline S7 is monstrously quick. Just couldn't deal with the bumps, but that's still a good time despite everything that went wrong. Yeah, that's a quick car. And the Alfa 4C, well, it is the Italians that lead the way with the performance spec vehicles. At the 4C, a 26.8, 0.4 of a second slower than the Fiat 500. But yeah, a lovely car to drive. I recommend both the Alfa and the Fiat. Both great fun little cars. Yeah, I was actually surprised. I expected that to perhaps be a little bit quicker than the Fiat. That Fiat can certainly shift. So yeah, they're both quick times. I mean, they're not that far off circuit cars. So yeah, that's a decent time from the Alfa. Well, there we go. That is it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.